The way you approach the go live button reveals exactly how you approach your own power. Let me talk about what I mean by that. In my quest to go live without a script, without the perfect words, without knowing precisely, exactly, to the minute point, exactly what I need to say. Ooh, it's been a journey. It's been an absolute journey. And what's really interesting is that there are three main things that I learned in this process of getting to the point where I could get on a live and connect authentically with my audience. And this has only been very recently, for those of you that know my story, of struggling with nice girl training and overcoming the insecurities in my own mind. But one, there's a perfectionist trap, right? I have to be flawless. This was kind of the thinking, is I have to be flawless when going on camera. Everything has to be perfect. Perfectly coiffed hair, make sure my earrings are in, be dressed to the nines. But here's the thing, is that this type of perfectionism doesn't just keep you from pressing the go live button. It stops you in other areas of your life. And it's really important to kind of explore that. What is it that is going on? How is perfectionism keeping you from your power in other aspects of your life? Because trust me, if it's keeping you from expressing your power here, it's keeping you from expressing your power in other places. And power doesn't need to be angry. It doesn't need to be full of spite. It doesn't need to be angsty. Power can just be you being you. There's no rhyme or rule to it. It's all about you being you and trusting in you. And talk about the other thing that I learned in this process. There's also a visibility fear. What if somebody sees me for who I really am? What if how I speak doesn't work for people? What if I get judged? What if somebody says something horrible about me? What if somebody doesn't like how I speak? What if I don't say the right things? What if I don't look the right way? What if I stumble over my words? This fear of being visible in your true form also shows up in other areas of your life. It can't help but show up in other areas of your life. So where is it showing up? Where are you holding yourself back because of this fear of being seen for who you are? Maybe you hide your voice in your marriage. Maybe you hide your voice when you're in groups. Where are you hiding? Where are you playing small in your visibility? Where are you playing small in your leadership? Because I guarantee you, going live reveals everything about how you feel about your visibility and about your leadership and about your power. Third thing that I learned, third thing that I learned in this journey is that there's also a control issue, right? I had this incredible need to control everything about, how things were going to come across, and needing to make sure that I threw, the special screens up and making sure that the filters were exact. I would never do this just straight from my camera in the past. But the real issue isn't about the camera or having the perfect equipment. It's all about self-trust. And that's the third thing I learned. It was the last thing I learned, was that the greatest thing that I was missing in order to go live, in order to be visible, was a self-trust and a self-love. And they're intermingled. They're together, because you can't have true self-trust without self-love, and you can't have true self-love without self-trust. That's where your power comes in, because then you're ready to reveal exactly what it is that your knowledge is, trust in that knowledge, and share it. And share it in a way that you can be authentic with people, because you're not reading from a script, you're just connecting with truth. Isn't that kind of how we all want to be? Isn't that kind of what we all want? Is connection? Isn't that the greatest part about visibility? We look at people that have made it, right? And we look at them and we have such admiration for them, especially if they're standing out and they're being different, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. And yet we hold ourselves back from being who we truly are, from truly standing out, in trusting that who we are right now and sharing that is exactly what somebody needs to hear. It's how you connect. It's how we make it. Because leadership, visibility, and making it big and standing in your power is all about being able to click that go live button. To be able to click that go live button. Because how you approach the go live button, let me just say it one more time, how you approach the go live button is how you approach your power. So tell me, are you ready to face your raw power? Are you ready to share it with the world? This is what we unpack in the Reclamation Forge. I'd love to share it with you. If you're interested, let me know. Love to hear from you. Let's talk. And hey, go live. Take care.